that was shining in the window. For the beautiful. This is my new track purpose.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you? So, who are the vampire hunters? 2 seconds.
Did anybody survive?
Yes.
Did anybody remain mortal?
Me.
There was one, two mortals. Astonishing. Astonishing. Consider yourself lucky. Won't happen that way next time. One of the things that often people completely overlook is the idea of, well, I suppose a good word for it would be tone. The tone of the game. The tone of the game of Vampire. One of the most underlying things that happens with every single vampire character. Every night before they even come to a social event, come in. Yeah. So every single vampire character, at some point during the night, must hunt. They must hunt. That is something that they do every night. Well, sometimes maybe they take a little time in between, but those are special cases every vampire needs to experience. If you're playing a vampire ever, you have to understand that this is a part of the everyday experience, this business of tracking someone, finding someone, choosing them, tracking them, killing them. Or not necessarily killing them, drinking from them at any rate, but hunting them and the process of the hunt. And that's something, so remember this kind of game. We'll play this a little bit later with a slight variation. But remember this game. Remember this game every time you create a character, that this is a part, every time you create a vampire character, that this is a part of what's going on. And even when you create a human character, the process of being hunted is something that's a part of the process.
Or hunting in certain cases.
Right. Or hunting, that's true. Yes, hunting, and that's something that we'll add later on. Yeah, especially if you're playing a hunter. There's the idea of hunting something that is hunting you. That's something that also, what?
The other variation of
right.
humans from the elephant.
Exactly, exactly. And then you have also the situation of vampires hunting vampires, which is something very important for the event that's going on this weekend, of course, since we're playing Sabbat. This brings me to one of the things that I'd like to talk about in terms of creating a vampire character for the Masquerade, and this is the idea of preparation. Now, it's an improvisational game. In many cases, you're given a character that you didn't create, although you sort of may have had some ideas about it, but that is not perhaps of your invention, and you sort of wing it. 3-3-3, wing it. And you're in a situation where you have to make it up as you go along. This is not always the case. This is not always the case. In those cases where that isn't the situation, there are a couple of things that you can do to prepare a character to create a character, and there are a lot of ways that you can go about doing this. Thinking about history is one way of going about it. Thinking about the fact that you're playing somebody who's potentially immortal, who may have been alive for hundreds of years, and you can go back to your favorite period and think of somebody from that period, and research that person, and either pick somebody from their lives or that person themselves, and attempt to bring that character to that historical personage to the game in Unlife. You could also research somebody that you know, that you think is particularly interesting, and you can sort of think of them as a character study, watch them, find out who they're like, and then bring that person to Unlife as a vampire, and see what happens. These are things that you can do outside of the game, outside of any context, ahead of time to prepare. Now you can also bring that kind of information to bear when you come to a convention setting where you have to play a character that's not of your invention. Because those characters are always blank slates. They have certain things that are established, perhaps who they know, some goals, which we'll talk about later, their powers, their traits, what have you. But the life of that character is still up to you. In many cases, the only indication of their specific past that you have is their sire. You can think about, might want to think about who that sire was to them, what the relationship with that sire was. But you can also think about the time between the embrace and now. If they were embraced 200 years ago, there's a lot of interesting places that you could have been in the last 200 years. Some really interesting places. And you can research ahead of time. You can, if there's, some particular historical period that you're interested in, or a particular kind of, or a particular area that you're interested in. If you're given a character with an unknown past, you can fill in that unknown past with stuff that you've thought about ahead of time. For example, and you can find some really unusual things, and I just have to do this because otherwise nobody's going to know about it. Unless, of course, we do the photocopy thing, which I don't think we're going to do. But, for example, when I found out who I would be playing for this event, I immediately started doing research on it. And I discovered something really kind of startling and a little alarming, which is that... Where is he? But I look exactly like him. And this is an actual painting of the character that I'm going to play, and there is a resemblance between this person and myself, and that was just a weird accident that happened. Nobody saw any pictures before they decided that I would be playing this character, and when I found this out, I was really delighted. You can discover things this way that can be really key discoveries to help you create a character and make it come to life. I mean, discovering that Cesare Borgia looks like me was really, all of a sudden, I was completely married to this character now. I had to find out everything that I could about this guy, and I'm really excited about bringing him to life because there's like this bond. That bond is not necessarily somebody who looks like you in the past. It can be, wow, I really like this person's life, or this person knew somebody that I really find interesting, like Borgia knew Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci worked for him. I find that really fascinating. That could be my take on it if we didn't look anything alike. But just doing a little bit of research can actually make a lot of difference. It may just be finding a single book, browsing in the library, finding a book in the history section and paging through. You might find something really exciting that you can bring to the game. And all of a sudden it's that much more reality, that much more texture that you can bring when you're creating a character. This is also an opportunity, and you can do this too with an assigned character as well, because there's always blank space that you can fill in. But you can always think about creating the history of a person. And this is your opportunity to try out some really wacky ideas. Like there was this brilliant idea that I have to share. I don't think that I've just, well, that game's over now, so it doesn't really matter, does it? There was a vampire called Lucius, who was a Nosferatu. But what he was Australopithecus. He was 3 million years old. He'd just been strolling across someplace in the Arctic and got frozen in a block of ice, and a Nosferatu thawed him out. And he was embraced to bring him back to life, or unlife. And so there was this, it was just a wacko idea, but all of a sudden there was this really interesting idea of somebody who was in fact a primitive human being, but was exploring this technological life and had all this, 3 million years of history. Now, I mean, he wasn't alive all those 3 million years, but there's something really, there's a catch to it. It interests you, it interests other people. Lucius was one of the most fascinating characters, and it was partially the player, I admit, but it was also the interest that he had in an idea that made him one of the most interesting characters I've ever had the privilege of playing with. Because it was just a wacko idea. There are all kinds of things that you can do with this. If you're really annoyed at mimes, for example, or the people who hand out flowers in airports, who aren't as numerous as they used to be, but you can say, well, what if one of them were a vampire? What would be the circumstances of their embrace? You can sort of trace it backward and ask yourself specific questions. What would lead this person? What would their life then be like, if you never saw the sunrise again? What if it were a sun worshipper of ancient Egypt who could never see their chosen deity ever again? Clans, fuck that. Who needs that? Don't worry about the clans. Think in terms of, basic human ideas, like what if the only time that I were ever awake was when it was dark outside? And what are the circumstances? What would I then do with that? And think about how that would affect specific people that you know or specific ideas that you have. These are things that you can try out and you really should. I mean, it's a matter of, sometimes just sitting down over a beer or sitting down over a bucket of French fries, I don't know, whatever, and just thinking, well, what kind of radical ideas can I come up with here? And we're not talking people who are toting around, submachine guns and miniguns and garden weasels. And I'm going to take over the city with all my nifty weapons. It's more along the lines of, is there an interesting person here? Is there somebody that I could have fun playing? Not in the sense of killing everybody in sight, but in the sense of hunting everybody in sight in an interesting way, if you're still attached to the idea of violence. Or a situation from your own life, like you were spurned by your love interest. Turning that into an interesting plot can be a very fascinating thing. So that's something to think about. And it's really just a simple matter of just sitting down and letting your mind sort of expand. We're going to try doing that right now. God, how many people do we have? Can we all fit in that room? I doubt it. Let's try and fit in there, because I think we can make a better circle in there. Try and stand in a circle. We'll try this thing.
Hey, Sarah, do you want to switch off?
No.
Thanks.
Call the police.
Or at least that's one reason.
Why did you bring the 8-ball with you?
Why not?
Why? Come on
This thing
in.
is killing my shoulder, man.
Let's make a circle, not a line. A circle. A circle.
It's working. No.
All right. Let's try and make it a little less of a sort of a weird geometrical shape, and actually kind of a circle. It'll just work a little better. Okay. What we're going to do is, I'm going to start us off with just a specific location. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around the circle. Every person, one at a time, is going to suggest some kind of specific thing that you might find in that location. The same location. Okay, we're going to try and build the same location. All right, piece by piece. Just okay. So our beginning environment will be a gas station. So one at a time, we're going to go around. We're going to go around the circle twice, and each of us individually, one at a time, as we go around the circle, is going to contribute some specific object that you might find in the same gas station, such as
Someone who's trying to get a key to that.
Great.
I'm going to rebel and say gas.
Gas. Cool.
Cigarette butts.
Excellent.
Chapstick.
Chapstick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big slam on Mountain View.
Terrific.
Jerkin bomb.
Wonderful.
Tires out behind the building.
Uh-huh.
Window cleaning solution.
Absolutely.
Toolbox.
Yep.
Gum.
Uh-huh.
Gas stations that attended smoking by the pumps.
Yes. There you go.
Cement blocks to prop up cars.
Terrific.
A car.
Uh-huh.
Windshield washing.
Excellent.
Baseball bat on the brush.
Cookies.
Super ink behind the counter.
Super ink behind the counter. Super ink.
Overhead on the lights.
Excellent.
An angry mechanic.
Expired beef jerky.
Personal experience.
A key connected to a wheel.
Playboy magazine calendar from 1975. Are permanently open to March. Okay? We're going to go around again. Same gas station. Try not to name something that somebody else has named, and try and make it nice and specific too. Maybe not just a car, although a car is something you find at a gas station, but that 1956 red convertible with the smashed windshield. Try and make it nice and specific.
A thunderstorm forcing everyone to move hurriedly.
Cool. Anything at all.
Just graffiti on the wall.
Great.
I give good head, but men
All right. Good.
An oil puddle that's been smeared by tire tracks.
Terrific.
The empty spot where the candy bar that you want is supposed to be.
Yes.
So squeegee.
Terrific.
Squeegee welders out of windshield washer fluid.
Yeah, wonderful.
Soccer race set with all the rain soccer rings gone.
Excellent.
A three-legged dog named Bo, sleeping himself in a corner.
Great.
GPC cigarettes that are on sale for 99 cents.
Wonderful.
Cash register with money inside.
Lotto card.
Switch those.
With windshield wiper scrapers that are attached to the furry gloves.
Yeah, those are great.
Pop machine completely out of whack.
Terrific.
Foreboding presence of a hearse with a body inside.
Okay.
Gas station robber.
Okay.
Footprints of a size 12 working shoe.
Excellent.
a dirt and sweat stained towel.
Wonderful.
Empty Coke can next to an empty garbage.
Great.
The quiet wash, newspaper pages being around the minute.
Wonderful. You keep giving us sounds. That's terrific. That's a part of an environment too. That's great stuff.
I tire with an accident.
Wonderful. An old work shirt that has a name tag that says Bill on it.
What did you say?
I said, ah.
No, before that.
I said, are you taking me?
Oh.
Fleshcraft doesn't, it just changes the chemical. Yeah, exactly. Right, that's what I was doing. But you don't have to touch it to do it. Right, that's what I'm saying.
So she,
And I dodged
She wouldn't get a free access. No, she gets her strength though.
And then I just dodged away.
I should be able to go to her form.
it's
There,
Vic?
I'm questioning him now. Right.
Hey,
What?
it's over. Talk to Clyde.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you.
Clyde.
Say I was.
race to Kane.
What am I supposed to do?
Where might you have left it?
In exchange.
Can we bring the whole pack?
Yes.
Wait.
What?
Wrong character.
Sorry.
Boston had that.
Not good.
It's been a problem for just.
Bro.
Huh? Bro.
He's got it.
What?
Let's spend it.
Okay.
How much?
That was one.
Plus 2.
It's Kirk.
I was just like
You're not responsible. Very bloodline scary. All I know is that you are on my side. I wish to speak with you privately.
Fine, you have it. I forgive you.
It's more entailed than that.
Would you achieve your forgiveness by making vengeance of Yahweh Sabaoth?
Why would you say that? So,
I'm not judging this. The only person I'm judging, the only soul that I am judging is that of my own.
You're naked!
Speak for yourself. Which is time.
My damnation shall be extremely short-lived, unlike yours.
Damnation is what you make of it.
Damnation is defined by the Lord.
All right, is there a reason for this? Yeah.
To do with the way I behave, absolutely. But people know me by now. And they know that when they deal with me, they take their chances.
as I know right now, that when I deal with you, I take my chances, so I choose not to deal with you. I'm taking no more chances.
And he's going to be dealing with me too. We do not need conflict within our own pack. We have enough problems. Our kind is already considered.
Oh, so you talk that way to me, someone who was innocent of this attack, that we don't need conflict.
You were involved, weren't you?
Well, yes,
You
I was
have no
involved.
innocence anymore.
Oh, I was innocent. I was innocent yesterday too when I got dragged to the goddamn pit.
Not to argue with you again.
Fine.
Dimitri, please come with me. I implore you. I beg you. Please, leave this room with me now. We can discuss the matter, we can let it drop. It makes no difference to me.
You know how like.
No, this is not going to drop. I betrayed him twice.
I understand that. I too have been denied this evening.
You know what I mean? Oh, it's like doing that.
We cannot work this out. He might have been wrong. That is very true. I'm not denying that. Okay, we'll say he was wrong. What good is killing him going to do? Why not let him live his own death? Point. I'd say we let him live in his misery. Please come
Somehow I
with me.
do not know his business.
Please come with me. We can work out the details.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to be a member of this pack. But I will go with you now. Because I do not want to see his face.
Fair enough. Nor do you have to.
Time passes. Just like
I leave the room.
Chrysalis, incognito.
And vicissitude too.
And vicissitude hiding out from the dreadful creatures, the Sabbat.
My name's Jason.
My name's Jason. Excuse me, sir. We're looking for a gentleman named Donovan Chrysalis. Have you seen him? He's about your height, I'd say.
No, I can't say I have. Don't even know him.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you.
4 who probably wish something very similar, while this one simply wants me to go in peace. I take it the rest of you want me to go in pieces? Your expressions betray you.
How was it?
the blood is the life.
Not too bad. It's got 1 point of damage.
Go feed. Well done.
However, what's what you got? You burn one. There's 5 bodies over there. So you basically you go, you feed yourself.
Take only one feed.
You fed one. I haven't fed yet.
Yeah, you lost 2.
Did you feed? On the 50? Oh, no.
I didn't get shot by the 50 cal. I
You
shot
got
him.
so you fed.
Yes.
So that's
We're gonna have, hey,
5 down, 1 body. He's feeding out
That'll be
1, 6. Help me remember, there's 2 more points of blood left in one of our lovely ladies over there.
Do you need more?
Oh, we've got 4 more over there. So.
I want to play.
Oh, okay. Sure. I've got
What kind of weapon do you want to play with?
50 cal.
50 cal.
50.
Now the question is, do you want to play point blank or do you want to play from distance?
Point, brother. How about
There's other things I should consider.
Where?
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
Okay.
Come on, my
You know the
brother.
rules, my lovely sister.
Great, because I didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
Who shall go first?
You may go first.
Hey, Paul. Want to take this?
Just point and it's taken.
You know how these work?
Doc, would you like to stand behind and feel the blood?
There's a red button right there.
Okay.
Feel this button right there. Very gently. That starts you recording and stops you recording, and then it'll say REC at the screen.
Canada's recording.
Yeah. This button here in front of it. Feel it very gently. Zooms in and out.
Are you aiming for the eye?
Okay. So record all you want. When you're done recording, turn off the power on the top, and it'll turn off. But you need to turn it back on to start recording again. Record anything for it.
Okay, now which one's stopping again? I'm sorry.
It's recording. The red one stops it.
This is the 50 cal.
Don't leave it. Right.
And brains will definitely fly.
I may pick you up.
Oh, you guys
Do you accept?
Oh, okay. You're playing up. You're playing it. Okay. They're playing the.
Watch out if you just like this.
Oh yeah, I know.
Anyway, it's just the same thing.
We want blood.
This is round 2. This is the beginning of round 3. You can make it 6 rounds. It's a draw. Unless you wish to keep
Why
going.
not keep it?
Hugs and kisses.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm calculating blood. I just brought 2 in.
You just brought 2 more in? Very good. Good boy. I must say, from this weekend, Daddy has done very well with providing.
That's the mark of a good father.
Hey,
What cal would you like to play, kids?
I would like to.
Wide open. Getting ready for the
Do you want to blood back? Stand back?
But
It'll be fine.
I don't know if
Yeah.
Well, you can. I am just.
Let's enjoy it.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I load the bullet.
Sure.
Spin it one time myself. Ladies first.
Lady, what lady? Oh.
Darn sleeve.
Boom!
King of Hearts, it's the hair.
Go ahead and shuffle. And then hand it back to you. I'll let you draw the card. I'll just hold the deck.
Is he doing Majesty or is it just me?
I'm just waiting for it.
No, we're just.
Oh, okay.
It's just you.
Bloodbath.
Aim it here.
At the face, at the
At the
face. Aim at the face.
Take.
She wants to be shot.
That's
the whole
the
fun part.
game. That's the fun of it.
The part is to be shot.
And they're going to be shot. Shot once, you want me to break the shot again. Come on, Paula, blow him away. Do you want his head, do you want his brains, or do you want his heart? Oh, I want
Who's
his
gonna win?
heart.
Who's gonna win?
Oh, I've seen
How
her
many,
fight.
how many people here think Paulette's gonna blow his head off? How many think that Master Loki's gonna blow her ass away? Down, Loki!
Aim now.
Click. I'm waiting.
Tell me you're not getting it.
Hurry up,
Sure, you're trying to hog it all.
hurry up and get shot someone.
We got 2 more bodies that just came in.
Come on, Loki, make me respect you. We have like 7 now.
Well, no, one's empty.
Ooh, left-handed.
Please, shoot him.
Shiver, shiver.
How many times have you done this?
This is round 3. We're going into round 3. If they make it 6 rounds, they can say it's a draw. We'll fight again later. Or they can keep going.
Or we can just go to the pit.
Or what you can do is have one gun in each hand.
Yeah, go to the pit if it's a draw.
Ooh.
Go to the pit if it's a draw.
Oh. I'm mad with it. Click.
Don't forget, if it's black, scream bang real loud so everyone can hear it. Now, 50 cal will knock you down. So
It'll knock me down. It won't.
I'll get you.
It could be a dominoes type thing.
Yeah, I think I know. Blow her brains out, Loki.
Come on, Loki. Plaster her on the walls.
Which is where?
Make art, hun.
I don't know, you just want to grab his gun. Bang!
You thought I wouldn't shoot her.
I had all the faith in the world in my hand.
Yeah.
This Alistair was already behind her. Not point blank.
Not point blank.
You are my number 1.
Oh, things are always prepared.
Parties are always prepared, yes.
Ignore me.
All of the,
Ignore me.
We usually do.
Are you?
Where are the other? How soon are we to meet you?
I don't know, I'm not running it.
What you need
Big bet. Another 1,000, Chris. Beaver starts talking.
We're going to need all the money we can get. Yeah, just as a word of warning. Just as a word of warning, you're going to need all the money you can get. Shit is flying off the roof. Though I will be taking part in the robbery tonight.
What's the reason? Should I need cash?
Probably fly your ass out of the city.
I see. You know this
And
person?
airfare on Austin Airlines is $10,000 a seat. Welcome aboard.
Hey,
Yes. What do I get in return? Don't surprise me. You have a ticket.
So when is Mr. Wilder from Morocco? You're taking Mr. Soul with him. She was right at the mission. Not that I know of. I heard them chatting. They were expressing fear that they ran over their heads and expressing a desire to go to Morocco.
Possibly. It could be a good time to leave, from what I'm understanding. I might take a short vacation.
Is there going to be a problem?
No, short vacation.
So your fate is some sort of attack, or you just earn time off for good behavior?
I've been busy. I deserve a weekend to gamble.
You just had a weekend gambling. $30,000, wasn't it?
No, 50,000.
50. Excuse me. Yes.
It was a simple game.
Monte Carlo then.
Big stakes.
Pretty points. You like your games.
Yeah, possibly.
How fast are you?
Not very high. Yes, a little bit.
It's okay now, but I have to talk to this gentleman or I'm about to die. Okay, go talk to him. Y'all can sit. I gotta talk to this here gentleman. Yeah. Okay, we talk to him.
No time to have this up.
Okay.
Yes.
Not about persuasion. Very interesting information. Please, excuse me. Please. I really want to know this. Any connection?
Good.
Well, thank heavens.
My friend, as he is not about persuasion, he may retire shortly.
Please excuse us, we shall return.
So they've been killing off.
That's what they do. They're black.
They're not into black. You know, that.
I've been 3 minutes.
Anyway.
Prepare to be blinded.
What? Damn what?
Doesn't that just sound good? When I was younger, I was
It's on awesome.
Problems with that. You saw her.
You said yeah, reaction.
So saying you kept that as
All right.
It's a middle
So
check.
I did say.
you're resisting and you said yes. Okay, great. I don't remember what it is.
It's a mental challenge.
Yeah, I know.
It's a static mental challenge. You risk anything, you risk it. You risk your trait.
You're risking
When would that start? I'm sorry. If he's not risking anything, you're
Why would you do that?
Well, I was turned savant, with or without choice. And naturally, I would do as I'm told. I followed my path later as requested. I was asked to find a way to help. As necessary, obviously. I had time prior to my sentence. I was in fact, I was going to join the resistance prior to my becoming a SWAT member. I still had strong ties with Sal, who is his children. Sal was unhappy.
They are.
famous for my bravery.
I could have been.
You ever been on a surfboard? Right in the surf? Wipe out down there. Pull off to the gauge right there at the channel. You want to hold one side too much, you back on to the other, just right in. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long weekend.
Where is one of our hosts?
We have one over here as well.
I know Nigel.
I know at least one of them.
I need a quick attention, gentleman in the beard and the dark glasses over there.
Okay, and the blonde.
I'll bring him over here.
This one.
We will find it necessary to order.
Are we talking narrators or storytellers? I mean, or players?
If there really isn't. And if there is, if it can save the members of my bloodline. And if there really isn't, and if it doesn't save the members of my bloodline, then we'll try your option. Tell that to the rest of them. I mean, he's obviously lived 1,900 years. He's not stupid.
I will take your advice.
No matter which way it goes. Good luck. Okay, good.
Hi there.
We've had some really phenomenal dramatic stuff going on with this. I mean, the person playing Matthias is a really, really nice role player. We had some theological discussions that would have put priests in the pulpit to shame, and poor Judas was standing there going, and finally just fell backwards over the railing in despair. I've brought him over though, I know.
One of our most sacred rituals is about to be observed, that initiation. Those who have chosen the freedom and loyalty of the Sabbat to be initiated into our brotherhood and sisterhood, those initiates should now take their places, and those who represent them should bring them there at this time. It has also come to my attention that certain parties whom we have trusted with our defense, whom we have trusted with our own protection, whom we have trusted with our secrets, have betrayed us yet again. This accusation shall be brought in a moment.
We pause now for station identification.
I'm gratified that so many have chosen this opportunity to witness this sacred ritual, preparation for the beginning of the festivities of the Dance of the Dead, that which brings us all together here, united in freedom and loyalty, to celebrate our union and our independence. The accusation. Yes, the accusation. I need the accusation.
As a loyal member of the Second Spot, I accuse the Black Hand member of not upholding the laws as he should have. Truly.
This member would be known as Lord James and purports to be a dominion of the Black Hand?
Yes.
That the accused stands for? We are all. This court has no... A moment, please! I have not permitted the accused to speak
treachery to your brothers and sisters, to your own order. You met with a traitor, is this not true? With a traitor condemned by our sect and did not kill him. A wild hunt was called upon this man and you did not destroy him. You have failed. You have failed and you have proven your treachery. Stand as four or stand as one, I care not. But let all the Sabbat gathered here know that the Black Hand has proven their cowardice, has proven that they have plotted with the traitor by allowing him to escape, by arguing that he not be immobilized, and I heeded this man as an equal. And for this mistake I have paid the price. I have faced my test of courage. Shall they face theirs? What say you?
Kill him.
Are you quite done? I am not finished. That is your test.
I stand before you, Lord James.
Silence!
Who are you to say
Silence,
to
I
me?
say! Someone restrain this man.
Any who touch me face the wrath of the entire Black Hand. And if any of you think you can stand for that, you will surely die.
If anyone goes to hurl him in the pit, they hurl me first.
Well, who's this big boy?
San Diego.
500 on Judas. Now, it's time for us to speak. We do not need to justify our actions. 1,000 on Judas. We will have our say. Bang!
Beast within, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Beast within. Beast within. Let him stay.
He's way too involved.
We must justify our actions to all. It is the way of the Black Hand.
No justification can be
outside that of the Sabbats. We must say at this moment that it was our decision, our judgment, that this affair involving the bishops and the archbishops was a personal and political matter.
It's a poor leader that blames his followers.
It was the recommendation of us that this internal conflict be handled internally. We have evidence to show that this man, the archbishop, sought to replace 2 of his bishops through treachery, those bishops being and Donovan. Donovan's sins will be met at the end of the 24-hour period. But until that time, the Black Hand's awesome touch will be stayed. This is our decision.
How many blood traits you spending?
How many?
Alright, excellent.
Did I put this in?
Team no power for name.
Eyewitness damned him.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
The videotape.
The evidence you
I
have
have seen the videotape myself.
We have not.
I have seen it myself.
You did not testify.
I wasn't asked to testify. Doesn't matter. The
You
videotape
were
has
not
been seen.
yet a member of the Sabbat.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, perhaps now.
It exists.
Now that you have seen.
Please, Mr. Silver.
Yes.
Nico,
We only said that the final judgment of the Black Hand was stayed for 24 hours. We did not say he could wander off free. Do I make myself...
I am not saying that. I'm really trying to sway you to my side of the argument.
Listen, you are the word of the Archbishop himself. Myself. After 24 hours, let's talk to the Archbishop. Is that the refuge of the Black Hand to do his?
There are no conflicts in this about. You know that as well.
How fair is the Archbishop?
Is he wet or is he?
No. He's lubed. Babbling about conduct. Where is he?
He wants to return?
He says he's going to leave the city while he searches his conduct out.
Very well. We have 3 bishops. Do you accept him as bishop? Which of you desires to be the archbishop of the city until
He
Sabbat can meet?
He says he's holding his position.
What happened to the preview?
He hasn't relinquished his position.
If the little small may intercede, you might want to choose one while it's gone and just like make it as
At this point, he cannot be trusted. He's tied on to a dogma best embraced by the Camarilla. That will not be tolerated.
It's a path, from what I know, it's a path to inner peace.
My friend comes from a country with a concept of conduct.
Be warned, he will probably turn the table.
I welcome. Memory has never been broken.
I've not seen you reflect in a very long time.
And I have longed for it. Oh, I have longed to see your spirit touch.
This is what you will need to do. You must first know yourself, all of yourself. And you must know the good, the ugly.
Please don't say it.
No, I won't.
Thank you.
I was avoiding it.
Just tell me, do you have spirit touch?
Yes, I do.
You shall see.
Prophet.
It has not yet been determined.
I know how it works on screen.
But I am still in power.
Yes.
This is power. This door.
It is what he thinks it is.
Show me. That is the spike they drove into the Savior's head.
Oh, this was never profaned with something such as that. This is the gypsy's spike. The reason that gypsy's thievery is not a sin. They stole, well, not they, the young gypsy boy is stealing one of the nails. He needs it for something, and he's trying to help one of his family members out with it. And absconds with it, and it becomes their
Price. Curse.
well, part of the curse. They're forgiven their thievery for this.
The gypsy boy is immaterial.
This has never touched the flesh of the Savior, though. It was to be one of those.
Only you have the picture.
It is not useless. This has great power.
Thank you. You must show me. I will give you this if you will show me the picture.
Can't show you anything.
Mighty?
You don't want to look.
Well, Mighty, use your mind powers.
You see,
I have heard of it. I've seen it done.
Ricci, it is more than just the anatomy of it. It's more than blood and bones and tendons.
Yes, it's emotion. It's the facial expression. It's the sounds. It's the smell. Oh, was the blood steaming?
You want Fisher?
Of course.
No, bring Fisher. Fisher will help. I know that you want Fisher. But Fisher will
In the
help you
top
see
five.
the image that you wish to see. I have heard his voice in my mind. I know these things are not.
You can take it from him and give it to me.
I don't know. You might ask him.
Hello, Fisher, something. I suppose it's worth it. Will you do this for me for this price? Or anything I can give?
What? Do what?
Will you transmit your vision through Fisher to me?
I'm not sure Fisher wants to follow that particular path.
I don't care what Fisher wants. He'll do what he's told. We'll pay him. He enjoys money.
If Fisher were to have the same vision that I'm having now. Fisher,
Bring him! Bring him!
Fisher,
As you command.
Bring Fisher.
the worst decision of my life. You've shown me. And had I the chance to go back,
You would do the same.
the worst decision of my life was hanging myself. And had I,
Did you see that that was part of his plan?
had I been able to go back, I wouldn't have done it.
But by killing him, he made the plan his own. And whether that was someone else's plan does not matter. I followed the will of my father. I followed the will of my father for 15 years. An arrogant man, a weak man.
Cesar, he followed the will of his father as well.
And by following it, in his way, he made the plan his own. On the day of my father's death, I rebelled at the same time as him. It was no mistake.
It is a mistake.
In accepting Pandolfo's offer, I made that mistake.
To allow free will into such an equation is a mistake. He held all the power, all the cards from the beginning.
And the appropriate action would be, my prince.
The appropriate action. We have no choice. He had no choice.
Niccolo, if there was no choice, there would
I'm not going to debate whether or not God exists.
Niccolo is too mechanistic.
You would
It is
lose.
the question of
If there is no
determinism.
choice, though, there is no struggle and there is no point. If the Creator did not put his creation down and give it some semblance of free will, however limited or annotated
I
you
do not
make
know
it,
any of this. All I know is action.
If the creator.
that's what I mean. If there were no free will, there would be no action. There would be no ascension, no achievement.
There is no predecessor
No
to action.
reason to
There is
ascend.
memory and there is action. And this action is what makes the memory your own. And you can reject it or accept it as you wish. You can say that it was determined or that it was not determined, but you make the action your own.
But what shifts?
Yes.
This is why Niccolo wrote them. This is why in the moment of my apparent failure, he saw me as a success. It was not simply that he had consumed my blood. This was not pandering, this was thought. He thought that it was determined. He continues to think that it was determined. This is his action. My action knows that this is action. Choice, no choice. It does not matter. It's the final movement. The hands on the throat. Yes.
Yes.
You misinterpret Niccolo. It's a Buddha came Tory.
A bull will answer the thought.
The point is moot. We are not in a position to judge one another. We can only judge ourselves.
Do you want his whole pack or just him?
Just
Just him, please.
what's going on?
As our position was judged, or you stood to judge,
There is something that Father would like to see. And you can help him see this.
For your service. You will take a vision from his mind and communicate it to me. You can do this?
Yeah?
Please do.
Fisher,